Hello, hello, hello. How is it going today? So we're going to be taking a little bit of a break from 7 Days to Die because we are hopefully only about a month away from the Storms Bruin update. And when that comes out, I'm going to be playing 7 Days to Die religiously. I mean, every day. Whether I'm streaming it, whether it's going on YouTube, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be playing it non-stop. So I figured for the next, chunk, I'm going to play a little bit of Subnautica, and maybe I'll play a little bit of Green Hell. I'm going to play some of my other survival games because if you haven't noticed, it's kind of what I dig. So I'm really hoping that over the course of the next, 30-ish days, we play these other games and we have fun, because whether you like it or not, as soon as that update comes out, like as soon as it comes out, we are playing pretty much nothing but 7 Days to Die for quite a while. Also, let me know if I have to adjust anything. This is my new setup. Last time I streamed, I didn't use my setup because my wife was playing with me, and with this microphone, it would have picked her up and everything. So if I have to make adjustments, just let me know. Now, if you don't know what Subnautica is, that's obviously currently the game that we're playing. Or I should say it's the game that we're currently playing. And it is a pretty, honestly, out of all of the survival games I play, this is probably the most relaxing. If you've played Planet Crafter, then it's very similar to that. I think this one came out first. It really doesn't matter. Neither one of them like copied from the other, but this is definitely the in my opinion, it is the better of the two games. Live on an alien. Okay, so the database for details, survival advice, good luck. So that's going to be here. We can go to blueprints, equipment, repair tool. We need a repair tool. Okay. Be targeted at any common device, control panels, habitat modules, radios, etc. to stitch wires and seams back together at the atomic level. All good technicians keep one of these under their pillow. So you go here and it pretty much has, I mean, if it's a blueprint you seek, it's got all of them, and equipment. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. Me personally, I actually really like this inventory. Now, it has been over a year since I've played this game. Last time I played it was April 24th of 2024. So it has been a while. Okay, so silicone rubber, cave sulfur, and titanium. I'm gonna keep doing that. I fucking know I am. This game is absolutely beautiful, by the way. If you haven't played it or you haven't seen people play it, it is amazing. If you have a fear of water, this is gonna be a little rough. Okay, so space is up, that's right. There is really, the survival aspect of this game is pretty much non-existent. Once you get to a certain point, you do not have to worry about like water anymore. You don't really have to worry about food anymore. The biggest thing about this game is honestly exactly what you would think it is. It's shit like this trying to kill you. Ah, damn. But as you can see, it's not too bad to get away. No, this game is absolutely gorgeous. It's one of my favorites. I haven't played it in, like I said, it's been over a year, but that isn't because it's not a good game. That's just because I've been focusing on, well, quite frankly, a lot of other shit. Oh, God. Oh, damn. All right, cool. Cool. That's fine.
Is an essential component of all.
So you have to go around, like what I'm doing right now, and you have to collect all of these ores, and that's how you craft stuff. It's just like any other crafting, any other game that requires crafting. Got to collect the raw materials, and then sometimes you have to refine those materials. Other times you have to, you can just use the raw shit, but that really just does kind of depend. Son of a bitch. I should also be trying to get food right now.
Oxygen.
Yeah, I know. Oxygen's low. Whatever. But yeah, like I was saying, I feel like, honestly, now's a really good time to play a bunch of these other survival games. Because once 7 Days comes out, I'm going to be playing that pretty religiously. Like I said, also, I wanted to play this one because, one, it's just beautiful and I haven't played it in forever. And secondly, the second, or technically third game, depending on how you look at it, the newest Subnautica game is about to come out. So I wanted to get some practice. As you can see, I'm pretty rusty at catching fish, and it's going to take me a minute. Oh my God. It's going to take me a minute to get back into the swing of things. So I need to, I need to brush up on my gameplay a little bit. Dregs, I don't need that on me. So I got some titanium, I have some copper, and I have quartz. So we're gonna go to the fabricator, right? Resources, electronics, no, personal equipment, tank. So you can see right here where it has the resource that you need for that. Tools. Scanner, repair tool. So we have the titanium, we need the silicone rubber, and we need the cave sulfur. Now, you can survival knife, silicone rubber, we need that. Sustenance, cook food, keeper, boomerang. All right. So if I remember correctly, right, we got a boomerang, and we have a peeper. Go ahead and use the fabricator. Go to sustenance, cooked food, and cooked boomerang. Let's go ahead and craft that. A yummy, and a cooked peeper, because our hunger is getting pretty low.
The fabricator cooks small organisms while disposing of the skeletal structure, bodily fluids, and internal organs, thus rendering them safe for human consumption.
Alright, so you see how it says silicone rubber ×2. We need a creepvine seed cluster. So a lot of these, you're not gonna find silicone rubber on the ocean floor, obviously. That's kind of how you would go about. It's kind of how you'd go about doing that, is you got to get the raw material. And like I said, you can refine it, or in this case, we are just converting it, the seed vine, over to something else, which not refining it. Either way, playing this game again, it is just absolutely amazing. It is breathtaking. I am so excited for Subnautica 2 to come out. And then you're going to be able to play multiplayer. My wife absolutely will not play this game with me. She is terrified of all things water. So I am going to have to hit some people up to play Subnautica 2 with me, because I know she won't. So these big reefs, right? You got to get all the air you can. Got to swim down. Grapevine. Okay, yeah. So we need the knife. Now, you can't just... Oh, shit. Yep. Ooh. Ooh, he wants me. He wants me. I'm looking for some grapevines that I can pluck right off. So those seeds, you can either A, chop them down with like the diving knife, or you can find them ready to be plucked. And that's what I need. I need to be able to pluck some. Okay, there's creature egg. Here we go. Right over here. Perfect. And this is what I'm talking about. Grapevine. Is not letting me get that. There we go.
Life on this planet
Boom.
grows in unusually distinct and diverse
But yeah, you see this game. I mean, this game is absolutely gorgeous. It is, honestly, if you're not afraid of, like, look at that. Look at this area. Just this one little section that I'm in. It is insane. It's like magic. If you're not afraid of, you know, water and shit like that, then it is probably one of the most beautiful games. Okay. Inventory is full. Yeah, see, it takes up quite a bit of space, but that's good because I need quite a bit of rubber to start off. Also, this fish right here, perfect. Bladder fish.
alien life forms may have unexpected applications. Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival strategy.
So this bladder fish can be used for water as well as, I believe, oxygen. Okay, now that I have this, the first thing we're going to do is use the fabricator, go to the resources, and we're going to make as many silicone rubber as we can. I don't even care about, like, the lubricant. We do not need that right now. We just need silicone rubber mat, because a lot of shit starts off neat, like, utilizing that. And we got to make sure that we have plenty of it. Now we can go to personal, go over to tools, and yeah, you guys get it. But see, air bladder, cool. We have that. I'm not worried about that right now. I want the survival knife. And then
Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception. Detecting increased local radiation levels.
Alright, so we also need cave sulfur right now.
The Aurora's drive core sustained
And then we can get the repair tool. So I don't know if you guys caught what that said, but it said that all the weapons were removed basically from our society. That's basically the gist of it. And it followed a massacre and a big whole ordeal and shit like that, and that's why we don't have guns. Son of a bitch. Damn. Oh shit, and I'm gonna drown. That's cool. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, that was close. I should also Really, really use this first aid kit. I should have dropped some of that shit off. Whatever. I don't care. I'm just having fun. This isn't like Subnautica 101. But look at this. Look at this game. This game is just amazing. It never ceases to amaze me. Acid mushrooms. We don't need acid mushrooms. Not right now. We will. We'll need a shitload later on. But we don't need any right now. Ooh, we will also need some table coral. I am also kind of getting ahead of myself. Really, we just need the basics right now. We need cave sulfur, and typically there usually is some basically right around the start. Like, they know that you're going to need it, so it's here. I'm just not locating any. Fuck you, dude. Where are you? Son of a bitch. There. Oh, so that's horseshit. I killed him. He was dead. Oh my god, I am about to die though. All right, let me go back. Let me heal up some if I can. Like I said, there's almost always cave sulfur right off the fucking bat. Did not mean to do that. Hopefully that doesn't kill me. There we go. So the health kits in this game also regenerate over time, which I think is really nifty. Water. Yeah, so you can get water by using the bladderfish. That's what we're going to do. And personal equipment. Yep. We are also going to craft some fins, just so that way we're faster.
Draws from available data to provide environment-appropriate equipment using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden.
First aid kit is fiber mesh. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead. Let's go over to the data bank. Alien eggs. If you guys want me to read all the lore and everything, I will. It's just one of those things where the game doesn't really provide that much. At least I don't think so. I think that this is a game where they focused very, very heavily on the atmosphere. They focused very heavily on things like being able to customize every little thing. And all of that's really cool. I just feel like they didn't really do much in the way of story. Now, I know other people are going to disagree with me. That's cool. I don't really have a horse in the race.
Oxygen.
I don't think I equipped my flippers. Oh, yep. It already equipped. Cool. I have never had this much of a problem finding sulfur. I don't need creature eggs.
Oxygen.
That's gas pod. I don't need gas pod. It's gotta be around here. Like I said, it's always in the beginning. Ah, shit. I shouldn't have swung on him. That's the other thing I find amazing about this game, is not only is the scenery just absolutely fucking spectacular, but the cave networks in this game are brilliantly designed. Son of a bit. Okay. Well, I'm going to go straight up, get some more oxygen, and then I'm going to go down right over here. There's got to be some. Okay, the game has got to be fucking with me. Am I just blind as hell right now? I really feel like one of two things is happening. Either A, the game is fucking with me, or I am having the worst bout of husband sight that I've ever had. Creature egg. Let me go drop off the inventory that I do have. There'd be my boat. It's over here. Let me drop off the inventory I do have. Get a couple of fish along the way. I don't want a bladderfish. Get a peeper. And I'll get another peeper. Because they're both right there. Yeah, this is Subnautica. It usually goes a lot better than this. This is probably one of the worst starts that I've had. But since I'm not really doing anything intensive, I'm not like trying to speed run to defeating a Leviathan or even encountering I'm fucking around until the 7 days comes out. Oh god, I'm so pumped for that. Yeah, since I'm just kind of putzing around, I don't care if I have a good start or not. Go ahead, switch that over, and we'll switch over all of, not everything, just kind of get a good chunk of this stuff out of our inventory. There we go. That's fine. Oh my god. That's fine. And the reason why is, like, even though I'm not trying to speedrun all of this shit, I still want to clear out my inventory so I can get other things that I know we are going to need. And since I can't find the fucking sulfur, we are finding a lot of other ore, and we're going to need those ore. So I might as well collect them. Alright, let's go up, and we'll head down right here. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. You can chop on it. See, I've cut that down, and now if we go in here, I have creep vine sample. So you can get the seed clusters, and you can also chop them down. Oh shit. So that's one of the first things that we are going to pursue after we get some fucking cave sulfur is we're gonna try to boost up our oxygen. We're gonna try to get to where we can craft an oxygen, because it is rough fucking going until you have some oxygen tanks and you can spend more time underwater, because until then you're pretty much limited to what caves you can go through. And like I said, that's why they always put some cave sulfur in these starter caves. Son of a bitch, can you not kill those? I remember you being able to kill those, but I guess I'm wrong. This game is just amazing. This is one of those games where, like, you can go a year without playing it, and you come back to it, and man, it's just, you kind of fall in love with it all over again. And then you'll play it a bunch, and then you'll go another year without playing it, and then you'll come back and be like, holy shit, why did I ever stop playing this game? It is amazing.
Detecting sulfur deposits in the local cave systems. Sulfur is an essential component of the repair tool.
Okay. So there's sulfur in that cave system. That's what I've been waiting for. I just have to find it now.
Seek fluid intake.
Oh shit, I am going to... Man, fuck those things.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Let me go up real quick, and I will head back down. I don't need that. Not right now, anyway. Cave sulfur. Alright, so I do have some.
Oxygen.
You know what? That's good enough right now. Let's go ahead. Let's hit that repair tool.
Oxygen.
We will do this beginning part, and then we'll just, we'll start balling from there. One thing I will say about this game is do have you do end up with really quick wrists, because you have to you got to be able to turn on dime and catch these fish. All right, now we should have enough. I'm gonna go ahead, grab that. Always grab a health kit, even if you don't need it. Resources. Fiber mesh. Creepvine sample ×2. So that's why you would do that, so you can make a health kit. But right now, there's only one thing that I care about. Silicone rubber. Let's go ahead, grab some silicone rubber out. Really only need one right now. Go here, tools, and repair tool. Thank Christ. I don't know why that was such a pain in the ass.
Lifepod secondary systems online. Running full environment diagnostic and outputting results to databank.
This is Aurora. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours. Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
All right, so right now, this is where the game starts to get a lot more interesting and a lot more fun, right? So now that I have plenty of silicone rubber, I'm gonna make a couple things of lubes and power plants, and that's the big part about it. Go ahead, cook some fish real quick. And this is what I mean by, if you know what you're doing, the survival aspect of this game in terms of food and water, it kind of falls off really, really quickly. Because, see, right now, right, the food is at plus 23, and you see this bar will go down over time. And it's kind of it'll get to a point where it's like, oh, do not eat at this point. But if you have a floating, like, storage unit out in the water, you can pick up the fish and you can just put them in there alive, and they just stay alive. And then whenever you're hungry, you go and grab a fish, cook it, eat it. So last time I played this, I had 20 storage units full of bladderfish and 20 storage units full of, I think it was peepers. It might have been something else, but I had just a shitload of food and water, and I never had to worry about it. And that was kind of it. Kind of took some of the fun out, but honestly, not having to worry about it was also pretty fucking nice. So that is definitely food for thought. Speaking of food for thought, I prefer to get the bladderfish because you can see them really fucking clear. I mean, you can see them super clear in the daytime, but at night, they're super, like, you can tell them from far away. And so I'll just go grab a few. Turn them into some water. Always keep the water on me. Shit like that. Food I don't typically keep on me because, like I said, there's just a much better way of storing food. Fabricator. Water. Let's go ahead and make some filtered water. Yeah, you see how that bar is going down? Now the food's at plus 21. H2O is at plus 1 instead of, I think it was at plus 3. So knowing the little things like that, it's really not going to help you in the long run. If you are the type of person that you're like, oh, I don't like cheesing the game like that. I would rather, hunt when I need food and shit like that. Cool. Do that. Focus on exploration and crafting. Because to me, those two things are where this game really, really, really comes to life. They're both done so well. And I think we're at that time where we can start picking up some metal salvage. Oh shit, this is gonna hurt. Maybe a little bit. Ooh, that was close. I do need some more cave sulfur. While we're heading back, you see any bladder fish? I always just pick them up. It takes a second to turn them into a bottle of water, and then you don't have to worry about it. Let's see what I need for tools. The scanner. I need a battery and I need titanium. Let's go to resources. We're going to go to electronics. For battery, I need acid mushroom ×2 and then copper ore. I believe I have both of those. Let's go ahead, turn this into water real quick. Like I said, it only takes a second, and it's totally worth it. I believe I still have some of the acid mushroom. I do. Cool. Let's grab those copper. Let's grab 2 of these. Grab all 4. Fuck it. Resources, electronics. Let's make a couple of batteries. Boom. Got a power cell. Copper wire. Let's go ahead and make a copper wire. Doesn't hurt. Now, let's go here. So, I picked up the metal salvage. That turns it into titanium 4. Well, 4 pieces of titanium. It doesn't turn into like a different... Now, deployables. You'll see I have waterproof locker, which is great. Personal tools. It says waterproof. Honestly, the waterproofness of it is doesn't matter. I'm in the fucking ocean. If I could, I would tie a leash around the fish and just keep them like that. F. Self-scan.
Self-scan complete. Vital signs normal. Continuing to monitor.
Alright, since I'm here, let's go ahead. Let's check blueprints. Alright, disinfected water. We need bleach. I would like to get... I'd like to craft a power cell, so I am going to go for... Battery was acid mushroom and copper ore. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, let's make a couple of waterproof lockers. I think we might be able to only make 1 right now. 1, sweet. That's fine. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter. Put it around our thing. Boom. And now we have storage. That is nice. We are going to put the quartz in here. Copper, so I can make another one. We have more acid mushroom spores. Since I don't care about these, I'm going to go ahead and drop. I don't do any planting or anything like that. You should. I just don't care. So let's go ahead and grab a few more acid mushrooms. How much space? Cool. Now we'll go grab some copper ore if we can find some. So one of the great ways of grabbing ore, if you don't like going through the caves, if you do get a little bit claustrophobic, or you just find that you're having trouble navigating, you can find a ton of ore on the outside of these cliffs. Damn, that's what we need to do. We need to figure out how to make an oxygen tank real quick and in a hurry. Standard O2 tank, titanium 3. Alright, well, here's a bunch of metal salvage. Oh, we can't pick up this big shit yet. Ooh, schematic. The Sea Glide fragment. Beacon fragment. So this is obviously one of the things you'd use a scanner for, is scanning these fragments. They're fragments of schematics. Sweet.
New blueprint acquired.
Got a new blueprint. That is totally rad. So yeah, you really do have to explore as much as fucking possible in this game, because there is shit all over. Okay. Need you to relax, game. Stop doing meth. Counter. Scan that. And when you get into the base building aspect of this game, shit like that might not seem super important, but it's actually a ton of fun to be able to show off your base and be like, yeah, all of the things that I have in here, I spent hours and hours searching for, and boom, fucking have them. All right, get some metal salvage. Titanium. Motherfucker.
Oxygen.
I know. This game is just like any other. It's obviously slower until you get a vehicle, and then it moves a hell of a lot faster. God damn it. I feel like always feel like a snake, or I guess like a fish, when you're getting chased by those things and you're escaping. You gotta swim in like zigzags and shit. Motherfucker. Yeah, I know, my guy. That was not my best strategy, was just, fuck it, I'll go forward. Alright, let's head back. Make an oxygen tank. That's one of the hard things about this game because I always want to maximize my return trips, right? So it's like, okay, well, I'm out here. I might as well try to find some more ore or try to do this or do that. But then it's like, fuck, I need to go back so I can get the oxygen tank so I can stay out longer.
Oxygen.
And that's one thing that, like, again, I haven't played this in over a year, so that's my excuse. But I also just never been good at, like, time management with this game. I'll own up to that all day long. Oh, son of a... Standard O2 tank, titanium, ×3, 1. There we go.
New blueprint acquired.
The beacon's just good to have. Electronics. Let's go ahead and make another battery since we're right here and we have the stuff to do it. Tools, scanner we don't need. Floating air pump. We don't need that because we're not worried about doing that yet. That's not anything that we need to get done right this second. Open this up. Let's go ahead and move this over. I guess we'll move the copper wire and the lube. As fun as it might be, I don't think I need the fucking lube right now. Alright. Go ahead and drink some water. O2 is at 75, 72. You see how it's going to make a big difference. This game is just absolutely astonishing. Get a bladderfish. Now that we can stay down here a lot longer, brain coral, we can actually start doing some exploring. Oh, son of a bitch. Sorry, my guy. Yeah. Oh, God. Picking up some more quartz. Some copper. Very nice. Creature egg, I suppose we don't need, but always fun to have.
Oxygen.
Oh God, I got stuck. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna drown a little bit. No? Metal salvage. Let's go ahead and scan that. Scattered wreckage. Wait, I should be able to pick that up now, though. Yep. This is a game where you can find yourself playing and you're like, oh yeah, you know, that was a fun like half hour.
Silver
And you're like, holy shit, I've been playing this for like 6 hours.
Component of many habitat modules.
It does not feel that long. It actually gives you a lot of, son of a bitch. It gives you a lot of things to do, so it doesn't really just feel like all you're doing is farming over and over and over again until you fucking die of boredom or
Congratulations, survivor. You have exceeded your weekly exercise quotient by 500%. Data indicates that swimming was your favorite activity. Be sure to vary your routine for uniform muscle development.
you know what? We are kind of getting our ass kicked.
30 seconds.
Inventory full. All right, let's head back. Try to resource manage. Before we get, much further into this game, you see how quickly you kind of fill up your storage. We're going to start resource management. Base material, titanium times 4. Turn our fishies into water.
Radiation readings suggest the Aurora's drive core has reached critical state. Quantum detonation will occur within 2 hours.
Cool. Another waterproof locker. Sweet. Oh shit. And equipment. Oh, resource. Oh, I need 2 of them. I only have 1. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and fill up on our water. We are going to head out here, and we already have this one, which has quartz. So we are going to put our quartz in there, and then this other one is going to be as of right now, it'll be silver, copper, lead, kind of random ores, gold. I am going to keep the titanium on me because I'm going to be crafting shit with it. I'm going to be going through it. Fucking drop that. I don't need it. Acid mushroom I'll keep on myself. And drop. Yeah, that's fine. That's fair.
Oxygen.
Actually, let's go ahead and... Do I still have the beacon on me? I do. Let's head this way. We're gonna get... kind of right over this crest. There should be a nice drop off. There's plenty of metal and debris and all the other shit that we need. So that's where we're gonna go, and we're gonna spend as much time over here as we can before we have to head back. There we go. Now we have a beacon set up. Let's go ahead, grab our scanner. And for the majority of this game, the scanner is what you're going to have equipped. Going through, exploring, finding all this new shit, picking up, scrap metal. You want to make sure that you have your scanner, so if you start getting chased by shit and you stop for a fragment, sometimes it's worth it to stop and try to scan something. Even if you're being chased. And you can still smash, you can still pick up ore. I mean, there's really no reason not to have your scanner out. Metal salvage. Yeah, we're already moving so much faster. God, this game. I get that a lot of people are afraid of the ocean. I get that a lot of people have that fear of water. And if I was in this situation, yeah, I'd probably be a bit freaked out. But playing this game is just so damn relaxing. Well, it is until it very much isn't anymore. Room fragment. This is great. Bioreactor fragment. Oh my god, that would be solid. Because really, that is where your storage comes to life. That is where you start playing an entirely different game.
Local scans show a nearby cave entrance, depth 90 meters, leading to an unknown environmental biome.
Yeah, this game gets insane. If you think this is beautiful, if you think this is scary, if you think that, like... Oh my god, I don't know... I don't know if I can watch much more of it. Well, it's going to get a lot worse. I'm telling you that right now. Because this is all baby shit compared to once you start going down into these caves, once you're 300, 400 meters down, that's where shit gets nuts. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's amazing. It's a very simple game, but a very beautiful game. Drink some water. I do got to get some fish here soon.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. So this game really does a good job at making sure the pressure and everything, like everything that deals with being super deep, is as realistic as they could make it, right? So obviously there's some caveats. Obviously there's a bit of difference because, well, we're on an alien planet, so they can fuck around a little bit. But honestly, I mean, a lot of their, except for like right now, how I'm coming up from the bottom super quickly. Like I said, fuck it, we're on an alien planet. You don't know. A lot of the shit is just, I don't want to say accurate. I will say you can tell they put a lot of time and thought and effort into it, and it really shows. I don't need salt, at least not right this second. I am perfectly fine cooking like a white person. Oh shit, another room. I think that's a room fragment. Bioreactor fragment. Nice.
30 seconds.
Hell yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Lead. I don't. Alright, we can start heading back. Oh shit.
Oxygen.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my guy. This is gonna keep happening. I hope you know that. Yeah, I don't have. My inventory is full. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and release the bladderfish. Grab a peeper.
Oxygen.
Nope. Son of a bitch. Open storage. No, I picked up lead. Salt, I don't need that. Silver, I don't need that on me just yet. Any 4, and then a whole bunch of metal salvage. So right now, this is perfect. I'm about to make a shitload of, well, not shitload, but I'm going to make a really good amount of storage units. There we go. We're going to have a nice fat spadefish and then a cooked peeper. There we go. Our stats are looking nice. I realize that I'm covering it and I would move, but honestly, I just don't. You guys are fine. You guys would tell me if you're not fine. At least that's what I'm telling myself. So now we're going to have a total of...
Emergency. A quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The reactor will reach a supercritical state in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh my god, I got stuck. I got stuck. That was, Thank you for playing this when I'm not home. Yeah, I literally said this game is not for you.
For your convenience, the radiation suit has been new blueprint database.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying that, I was saying that when the second one comes out that you will not be playing with me. There we go. And yes, it is chaotic, but I'm going to organize these. Right now, I just need to get... I just need to make sure that all of these, I don't know. Come on. Kind of wanted to get these out here.
Oxygen.
Nope. Oh, god damn. All right. So the best way of lining these up is not at all how I did it. You don't want to just go somewhere. It doesn't matter. Obviously, you do you. But just go to the left or to the right. Whatever you fancy. And they are going to be lined up height-wise. Yeah, they might be, you know, maybe not the prettiest to cross. Maybe they're not necessarily evenly spaced. But height-wise, in a game like this, really makes a difference. Edit out, but have a good stream. Yeah, I know. Yep. So we are going to move this over to this one, and then we're going to label this ports. Because this is, well, ports. Pretty fucking explanatory. Edit locker name. Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. But it's okay. It's still pretty much the same height, and I am not crazy particular. son of a... This game is definitely funky in the movements. It's not bad at all. It's just, just takes a minute getting used to, especially after playing a game like 7 Days. It really does feel like you're swimming, which I guess is a good thing because you're in a fucking water planet. I think that's good enough for me. All right, so we have the first one. The first one is quartz. Let's go ahead before we start doing all of these other ores, because I don't really care that much about the ores, at least not right now. Let's do one that is water and water things. Oh, this is what I meant. So it's nighttime. Let's go ahead. Let's capture a bladderfish. Okay. You'll see what I mean. Open storage. I put the bladderfish in there. Now, you see it doesn't have that line. That line we were talking about earlier. So I can keep this bladderfish in there indefinitely. It's not alive. It's not dead. It's basically just fucking essentially in hibernation. And this is what I meant by the game loses all of its survival aspects really quickly, because if I go around like you're about to watch me do and I collect fish, if I can do it, even somewhat competently would be nice. And I catch fish, I catch a bunch, let's go. And I put them all in there. Well, now I don't have to worry about catching fish for a while. I might spend a couple of minutes doing that, but then I don't have to worry about food or water for a long time, and especially because they don't go bad. So it's not like I'm having to go, okay, fuck, I gotta catch fish, I gotta put it in there, I gotta make sure I eat it real quick because it's gonna go bad, and it's not gonna give me nearly as much food or as much water or whatever the case. And yeah, it's just a whole part of the game that I feel is the only real, I would say, weak part, but I don't even necessarily think it's the weak part. I think it might be overlooked. Maybe it was an oversight. Maybe they wanted to do that. Maybe they didn't want the entire game to be super survival based. Maybe they wanted more of an exploration game. And they were like, fuck it. I would much rather you explore and build shit than have to worry about drinking and eating. All I know is I'm excited for the second one to come out. I know that Subnautica Below Zero came out, but by the way, I wish gaming companies would stop doing that. You have Subnautica, then Subnautica Below Zero. It's not like that was a fucking DLC. It was a game. It was a full-fledged game. Just stop. Stop with this naming trope where you have Subnautica, and then you're like, okay, well, it's going to be a while before Subnautica 2 comes out, so we're going to put in a filler game. It's not going to be nearly as good. It's going to just disappoint most fans, so we're not going to go Subnautica 2 with it. No. We're going to go Below Zero. You know, so when it flops, like we suspect it will, we're going to say, well, you know, it's not the second one. I don't know. I feel like it's a super cheesy way of going about it. I might be alone in that, and if I am, that's fine. Alright, so now we just fill us up with food, and we don't have to worry about it for a good long while. Actually, I want those bladderfish. Especially because, like, right now, right, I'm about to fill this up. I'm going to collect a few more fish just so I can get my stats back to 100. No, but like I was saying, yeah, I'm gonna get my stats back to 100. I'm going to finish filling out these crates with the different fishies, and then I will not have to worry about my survival aspects. And that's why I like going for the things that I like. The order in which I did is not the most efficient. I know that, but it's the way I like going about it. And typically it is still pretty fucking fast. I just really missed the boat on the cave sulfur. I don't know why I couldn't fucking find any. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Oh. Whatever. God, this game is just... It's just amazing. Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, that hurt. Whatever. That was a good, fair, clean hit. I have no complaints about it. The man knew what he was doing. Got nothing but respect for him. Solid player. Oh my fucking god, I hate these things. I forgot how much I hate these things. I'm gonna take a couple of those. Around for a little bit more ore. Yeah, like I was saying, going back to the... Just briefly, going back to the upcoming month. Or I shouldn't say the upcoming month. I should say the next month and what it's going to be like. It's probably going to be it's probably going to be a bit of this, a bit of green hell, I don't want to say a bit of green hell. I might... Because right now I have my schedule set for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for sure. Those are going to be streaming days. Pretty much come hell or high water, I will be live. And we'll just have to see, you know, kind of where things are headed with each game as I play them, how I'm feeling about the game, just, you know, all that shit. If you guys are having a good time with this, we might just stick with this more.
Oxygen.
If I play Green Hell and you guys are like, hell yeah, do some more Green Hell, then obviously that's the route we'll play a bit more of. But like, I wasn't even scheduled to play today, right? So the fact of the matter remains that if, like, I might play Green Hell on my scheduled days, and then if I can fit this in to play here and there, then that's probably what I'll end up doing. I could see that being what happens. God damn, this game is beautiful. Although I might just play this game. I might just play this
30 seconds.
and yeah, I don't know. All I know is my wife will not be watching my streams anymore if that happens. Or my my videos over on YouTube. Either way, god damn, this game is, it's one of those games that she doesn't hate when I play it, and that's one of the reasons her and I get along so well is like she is terrified of the water, right? She it really does get to her, which is why I don't play this game when she's at home. But she's not going to sit here and be like, "Hey, I don't want you streaming that game, or I don't want you putting that on YouTube, or I don't want you doing this or that with it." Like, because if I accidentally see a thumbnail of it, or if I see you working on it, or whatever the case, like, no, she's like, fucking do you. There have been times where I really wanted to play this, and she'll just go in the other room. She'll be like, "Nah, I'm gonna peace out, but I want you to keep playing this. You're having a really good time, so I'm gonna go in the room. I'm gonna read. You have fun." I'm like, "Sweet, get the fuck out." I love you, but go. Radiation detected. Very nice. Oh, because I'm too close to the... Yeah. I'm too close to the ship. I need the radiation suit. Alright, so we're going to head our way... Or, we're going to head our way back. We are going to head back. And our inventory is full. Like, it is maxed out. So I can't really pick anything up, which is why I'm not really trying to at the moment. If I see something that I really need, I'll drop something. But... Alright, now we're just vibing. God damn. Silver.
Fluid intake 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the lead. Son of a bitch. Shit, I need oxygen. Oh, I need it real bad. I will happily take all of the copper ore that you have. Alright, so my water is getting real low. I don't think I have any more water. Nope, but look at that. I have a shitload of bladderfish. Which, that is going to suck. I got all of that so that way I could store it. But I ended up spending a lot more time out in the depths than I had planned. So, that was a good trade-off. There, picked up another bladderfish. Back to a full inventory. I can't even do that yet. Hold on. Let's make a water.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, you whore.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Let's just make a shit ton of water. Now, I will say one thing that I did wish was different about this game, and revisiting this game, I still hold this sentiment to be true, which is how I know it's how I really feel about it. I feel like there's really nothing that's forcing you in this game. Like 7 Days to Die, you have the horde every, 7 days. It could be every 2 days, every 4 days, however long you set that. It's always coming up. Let's go ahead and just fucking eat all that. I don't care. And then water, we will drink there. Hoop fish. I don't need to eat it right now, but I don't really want to keep it on me. So that hoop fish gets to live. Since I am headed back to the, there's quartz. This one's got to be water. Nope, that one's quartz. I'm retarded. Ignore me. Then this one was food. So this was quartz. This one can be silver, gold. This one can be copper. Be titanium. Titanus for titanium, because of course. Got copper. I think this one was what, gold. Making this one silver. Did not mean to do that. I will say one thing about this setup is it is surprisingly cumbersome. The way I have my microphone and everything. It's just shit I'm gonna have to get used to. It is not bad. And I will be doing some, or at least hopefully doing some home renovation type shit for my rig and kind of for our living room. We'll just have to see. Things are about to get busy again, but they're going to be a lot more manageable than they were. All right, so we have metal salvage that I can turn into titanium. We have, okay, so this rotten one, I'm just going to go ahead and drop that. And then we're going to put salt in there just because I don't really have any other place to put the salt right now. Let's grab the health kit, go to the fabricator. Now let's take a second and check. All right, so lead line suit providing insulation from radiation is fiber mesh times 2 and lead times 2. We have plenty of lead. That's not going to be a problem. I just don't remember where it is. Or maybe we don't. Okay, so I like never used the flares. Fabricator, personal tools, scanner, obviously we don't need, deployables, grav trap. Uses artificial gravity to attract light objects and small creatures. Sea glide, ingredients unknown. I have to find a few more of those. A few more of those fragments. I don't really need any more waterproof lockers. Kind of at that point where I would rather save my titanium or put it to use crafting other things. Okay, coral tube sample. So yeah, I guess the other one will be salt, and that way I can make a bunch of bleach. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and go cut on some... Go get me some of those creepy vine giblets. Four. No space. Let's go ahead and drop the acid mushrooms. Drop the gas pod. Creature eggs. Flare. Drop those. Table coral sample. Drop those. Son of a bitch. A bastard. I was just sitting there. Those assholes are laughing at me. Alright. Use the fabricator resources, basic materials, fiber mesh. Make 2 of these. 'Cause I'm not sure if you saw, but the grapevine samples degrade really, really fucking quickly. So a lot of the other things, like you saw the fish degrade, not that fast, not that slow, but the creepvine, it's pretty fucking quick there, bud. Metal salvage while I'm here. Salt deposit while I'm here. Lead while I'm here. Put it in the fucking bucket.
Seconds.
Inventory full. Alright, now we gotta race back to our things. Alright, so you saw inventory full. I just got that creepvine sample. Alright. Let's go. Let's get in. And yeah, look at that shit. Already almost a quarter of the way through. So now I can make first aid kits. Which was the other one that I wanted to... Glass. I can make glass. Yeah. I have plenty of quartz. To be honest, I completely forgot about that. But I am going to... I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna call it for tonight. I just wanted to test and see how this game would, how it would play, how I could stream doing it. I wanted to test my setup again. I'm always in test mode right now, and it honestly feels good. It feels like I'm back. So I'm really excited about that, guys. I'm going to post on my YouTube, and I'm going to post on my Discord, and I'm going to post it wherever I can for you guys that I will be playing this and Green Hell, maybe Sons of the Forest. I'm going to hit up over the next 4 weeks. I'm going to hit at least 4 different games. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll do a week of each game, and then if it drops on the 30th, like it's supposed to, then I will just play the shit out of 7 Days to Die. I'm super excited, but it's also going to depend, because if I can't stream, there's a lot that went into this update, so I'll keep it very brief. Basically, they fixed a lot of performance issues. So guys, we got our blue pill, but if I have difficulty streaming due to the fucking storms and shit like that, I might have to put off playing that game, or at least streaming it, until after I get my updated graphics card. Right now, we have more important things to worry about than getting me a new graphics card, but my wife was talking about potentially her and I switching, because she got the upgraded one, and then she was supposed to get an upgraded one after the one that she got, but we just never got around to it. And hers reads are perfectly fine, so it's not like she has a bad one. Either way, that is kind of up in the air whether or not I'm going to be able to even stream 7 days. But I promise you this, that when that update happens, I'm going to be playing it. If I can't stream it, fine. You guys won't see a single second of it, and I'll play whatever other games that I have. But I will be playing that game as much as I can. I am so excited about this update. I'm terrified. There are things they're changing I don't want them to, and there are things that I want them to change that I don't think they're going to touch. Either way, we will see. And fucking man, we'll go through this shit together. I feel like we've already gone through a lot of inconsistencies with streaming schedules and, you know, different rigs and different setups, and I feel like there are a lot of things that, you know, maybe we just had to get through. Either way, we're here now, and I'm ready. Ready to do this shit. That being said, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good one. Hasta.